I think the three biggest lies are death is the final reckoning, whereas I think death is actually the beginning. I think that if you look at secret societies, the way they initiate you into the society is through death. They pretend that you died. They bury you. And the reason why is that every time you die, you can look at yourself for who you are and choose a better path. So you're able to let go of who you are. And that's why I think death is important, because death allows for rebirth and rejuvenation. It allows for a reset. And I think that's a mechanism of knowledge accumulation, where if you are making a mistake in this life, don't worry about it, because you're going to die, and you'll probably come back at a later point and learn from your mistakes. But don't be afraid to die. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. It's all part of the growing process. So I think death is one of the greatest lies, and it's a very destructive lie, where for whatever reason, everyone's afraid to die, so they spend billions of dollars trying to live forever, right? So I think that's a huge lie. The second big lie is that we are individually powerless. We don't matter, right? So there's this war going on in Iran. Well, we can't affect its outcome because we're not warriors. We don't have an army. So let's just sit back and watch OnlyFans or play video games or gamble how the war will turn out. But as I say, as I said before, we're all a reflection of the universe. And what we do matters. If we choose to live a good life ourselves, the universe will be better for it. So don't worry about what's happening in the Middle East. Don't worry about geopolitics. Just worry about being a good person, being kind, open, and generous to everyone around you. And you have made the world a better place. You do matter. And the great lie is that you don't matter. The great lie is that you have absolutely no impact in this world. And unfortunately, too many people have believed this lie and have absolved themselves of both agency as well as responsibility. They don't say history is random. They say history is teleological, meaning that history is moving towards a greater purpose, and that we improve generation by generation, right? So do you look at our advances since the scientific revolution? And I think that we've deluded ourselves into believing that we're at the height of civilization, that because we have airplanes, that because we have skyscrapers, because we have the internet, we've achieved the greatest civilization ever in human history. But then you go and you look at a place like Egypt, which built the pyramids. And like, we can't explain the pyramids. Well, yeah, I mean, like, so if we're the greatest civilization ever in human history, why can't we build the pyramids? There's so much of history hidden from us. And so we've just deluded ourselves into believing that we're so much better than everyone else. We're so much superior than every other civilization that's come before us, when I don't think that's actually true. When I think that, if you go and you explore these indigenous communities around the world, maybe the natives, the Inuits in Canada, or, Aboriginal groups in New Zealand, if you actually spend time with them, you find that they are really happy, balanced people with a deep sense of their own self-worth and meaning and purpose in their lives. And I think that's a goal worth striving for, right? Whereas we're just these empty vessels trying to increase the number in our bank account for no particular reason. We don't have a story of who we are, what we're doing here, and where we're going. They do. And I think that's what gives them joy and purpose in life.